Well, welcome to our Vendée Globe Live. I think it's Friday, pretty sure. It's been so hectic here with boats finishing. We now have 9 skippers finished. The finish yesterday was Jean Le Cam, and into the night, a big finish coming into the channel for King Jean, and really a welcome which was indeed fit for a king. And of course, Le Roi Jean, Jean Le Cam held court here last night in the small hours of the morning, and it really was fascinating. If you have time, go on the website and have a look at what Jean had to say. Some key moments. We're really talking about the future for the IMOCA class, for the young skippers coming in, things like that. It was really fascinating, and correspondingly, Benjamin Dutroux coming in to Les Sables d'Olonne, his home port. He's a Vendée lad. He came in across the finish line early this morning, and then he's coming down the channel in about 3 o'clock this afternoon. And Jean Le Cam in particular paid a big warm tribute to him, complimenting him on his race. And then Maxime Sorel will catch up with Christian Dumar, our weather specialist, just very shortly. He'll give us an update, but Maxime expecting to be in tomorrow and beating the big storm that's coming into the Bay of Biscay. Well, we do look a little bit tired, and it is largely due to the fact that we've had 9 boats or 8 boats in 24 hours. Bear in mind that in the last edition of the race, 2016-2017, we had 8 boats over 19 days. My guest today, well, we have Giancarlo Pedotti just arriving straight off the pontoon. He will be joining us very shortly. But in England, the ever-reliable Dee Caffari is with us. Dee, how are you?
Coverage we've had of all the finishes. It's just been so emotional. I'm emotionally drained. Emotionally
drained. I mean, you did the finishes on the English feed. How was that? I mean, you got a real feel for how close it was, doing your maths, your sums all the time.
Definitely, and who could have predicted the changes that were going to happen? I mean, the devastating news for Boris, but all worthy winners, all deserved their moment of glory, and it was just wonderful to see so many people, and that restriction lifted a little to have that guard of honour in the channel and give them the finish that they all well deserved.
So I think we do have Pip here joining us today from onboard Medallia. Do we have Pip? There we go, a big smiling face on board Medallia. Pip here, how are you?
I'm here.
You're looking good, Pip. How are you?
I'm good, yeah. I'm good. I've been a bit cooked for the last 5 days, but I'm over the worst of it now. And I've just popped out of the doldrums into the trades on the other side, which is nice. So I've got 5 days of head banging away at the Atlantic to look forward to.
So is this the same sickness you had before, or is this something different?
No, it all stems from the dreaded jellyfish, which actually got really quite nasty for a while, and wiped me out a bit. But I've had some great medical advice, and I'm back on the rails again.
It seems like, you know, they talk about the Vendée Globe being a challenge every day. Pip, you seem to be having your fair share of challenges at the moment.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? The main thing for me is I'm super tired at the moment. There are so many things that have been stopping me from sleeping, and every time I get over one problem, I just think, oh yes, I'll be able to sleep now, and then something else turns up, and even last night, you know, I thought I was going to have quite a stable night, but actually it was super light breeze all night, and I was working really hard to pop out of the trade tonight.
Good for you, Pip.
Stable, and I'll get some sleep tonight. I know it.
That's Pip, that's on my agenda as well. We've got two guests for you today. We've got Giancarlo Pedotti, who's going to say hello to you in 1 minute, and Dee Caffari. So Giancarlo, say hello to Pip.
Hello, Pip. How are you? Hello, Pip. Do you hear me?
Great. Congratulations. More to the point, how are you? How does it feel?
Thanks, Pip. Congratulations to you, because I think that you are making an incredible race. With your boat, you are really fast, and I was so impressive to see you in the match in the front. It was really incredible. So keep strong, because we miss you here in Les Sables, and continue your fantastic race, because we are dreaming behind you.
thank you so much, and well, massive congratulations for your race as well. It must have been so exciting, the finish. I was excited, and I was only getting text messages when everyone was coming in. Just so much pressure. Just all of you were just amazing.
Yes, Pip, it was amazing. It was a great match, and finally we arrived just less of 10 boats in less than 1 day. It was so amazing.
Dee, have a
Incredible, a part of history.
indeed. Dee, have a quick word with Pip.
Hey Pip, welcome back to the Northern Hemisphere. They may have been busy with race arrivals, but we were cheering you crossing that equator. Well done. And that means that your finish is getting closer every day.
Yeah, it is actually, and I've been really careful not to think about it too much, not to start looking too far ahead, because these things tend to get further away rather than closer. But I have been looking at the weather in the North Atlantic today. Interesting.
Yes, you're certainly being welcomed back with some activity, but literally take it one day at a time. You're tired, the boat's tired, but the miles are reducing, and we're all there behind you wanting to see you finish this incredible race you have delivered. Everyone's so proud, and you really have communicated it brilliantly. So don't stop. The race may have finished for the winner, but we're there with you every day.
Thank you. Actually, it's interesting because I have had a couple of messages saying, how do I feel? Is it weird that people have finished? But actually, it doesn't feel any different to me. This is always my race in this boat, and it's going to take as long as it takes. So I'm still very much head in the game. I'm still very much racing, and the boys are in front and Dudak's behind. And so actually, it was super exciting for everyone finishing, and I think it's amazing. But I still very much feel like I'm here.
Good, Pip.
For sure you are, and anything can happen, and we've seen that just literally in the last 48 hours. So you keep in that race going, you keep doing us proud.
You
try. Pip, fantastic to speak with you. Let's try and catch up on Sunday. We'll have our last show on Sunday. We'll promise you something special. Not sure what it's going to be, but it'll be special.
Excellent, that sounds brilliant. All right, well, congratulations again, Giancarlo. Bye.
There we go. Then Pip here on board Medallia, and she's on good form, although she's saying she's a little bit under the weather for the last 2 or 3 days. So let's go and have a look at the few moments or few highlights of the race of Giancarlo Pedotti.
Un bel giro per la scia. Sole. Bello, una bellissima giornata. Che bellissimi colori ci sono a sud del 30 nord. Profumo di Aliseo. E questo è il giro di orizzonte. A 100 all'ora verso l'equatore. Sud. Informiamo tutti i passeggeri di Prysmian Group che siamo appena entrati nell'emisfero sud e vi auguriamo un piacevole soggiorno. Allora, per festeggiare l'ingresso nell'emisfero sud offro a Nettuno la cosa più preziosa che ho. Mi sono portato pochissimo succo di frutta per questioni di peso, pochissime bottiglie, e quindi la maggior parte di questa bottiglia la offro a Nettuno, perché si offre ciò di cui non si ha molto, non ciò di cui abbiamo abbondanza. Troppo facile. E voilà, la cosa più preziosa va nella barca e poi dalla barca direttamente al mare. Nettuno, è la mia offerta per te. Un goccetto lo lascio anche per me. Sono in rotta di collisione con questo cargo Intuition cargo. If you can go a little bit more to the north, I can pass clear. Thank you.
Yes, I am monitoring my courtesy.
Okay, thank you very much. Have a nice trip.
Thank you very much. Have a nice voyage.
Ed ecco che il nostro amico Intuition Cargo ha virato i 30 gradi alla sua dritta per lasciarci il passo. Very kind, my friend. Ed eccolo qua, il cargo lo vedo benissimo anche al radar. Ciao amico, ci vediamo alla prossima. Immagini notturne a bordo di Prysmian Group. Mi è venuta un po' di fame e quindi mi mangio qualcosa che bolle in pentola. E in pentola c'è orecchiette cime di rape offerte gentilmente dal nostro sponsor tecnico Tiberino. E lunedì voglio dividere tutto con voi in questo viaggio. Per oggi con la testa d'albero spero di aver finito. Ho rimontato la silhouette, ci ho messo anche la loctite. Adesso ci sono da tornare giù. E guardatevi, siamo quasi al tramonto. Quando arrivo giù potremo dire ce l'abbiamo fatta. E questo è il mio 45esimo compleanno in barca. Un desiderio? Tanti auguri Giancarlo! È arrivato finalmente il momento tanto atteso. Festeggiamo con champagne il passaggio di Capo Horn. Leggermente indifferita perché quando abbiamo passato Capo Horn c'erano raffiche a oltre 45 nodi e quindi non era possibile aprire la bottiglia, ma lo facciamo adesso. E voilà, il primo è per il mare, secondo sorso per la barca e l'ultimo goccio per Giancarlo. Salute! Atlantico meridionale, un bellissimo tramonto. Finalmente siamo nel tanto sognato Atlantico e seppur del sud è comunque il mio mare di casa. Le temperature aumentano e mi riavvicino al fuso orario dell'Europa, che mi permette di comunicare con le mie persone care in orari più ragionevoli.
Well, there we go. A quick look back at the race of Giancarlo Padotti. What does it feel like to look back, Giancarlo? You see it all in a different dimension.
Of course, so comeback is the most beautiful part of the trip because you find again what you live, and it's so fantastic to meet again my wife, my kids. For me, yesterday was one of the most beautiful day of my life. And when I said this, my son Aurelio said me, Papa, it's not true, because you said us that the most beautiful day of your life was when we was born.
Exactly.
And I said,
you're always supposed to say that.
good answer, Aurelio. It's my third day, my third best day of my life.
And the day you got married as well.
Exactly.
There's lots of them. But I mean, what were the high moments for you, really? The big moments in the race?
So the big moments is the south. See the fly of the albatross is something incredible. And then when you pass on and you back in in the South Atlantic after the big waves of the Great South, come back in one mass human dimension after the passage of Horn is very beautiful because it's just like the finish of one tunnel and is find again the light, and it's so important for the human beings to find again the sun, the light after so long time. I appreciate a lot.
And you're happy with your race generally. Did you feel that you pushed hard enough, or do you have any regrets there? Or
of course, that was possible to push more, but for me was the first round world. I don't have any precedent experience, and for me, it was more important to finish this round world, and I'm happy that this is reality. After you can say it, of course, was possible to do more. Yes, but was possible also break more. So I think that I'm happy like this.
And how did you feel last night? Did you sleep?
No, because I was a lot of stressed about what's happened to my friend Boris. And I take the news just some hours later that I finish the rail of cargo. And so I was with all instruments on, that in any case was on. But of course, I was carry a little bit more. And sometimes also seen from the plexiglass, if was some lights, and I was not relaxed.
When you started, you were thinking somewhere between 10th and 15th would be a good result, so you must be very happy with the result.
Yes, of course, it's like this.
And what's next then? What are you planning?
For this year or next year?
So for you generally, what do you want to do next?
Now will be the time of holidays with my family. Now I like to do one ultra trail this summer, around less than 100 kilometers in the mountain with 6,000, 7,000 this level. I appreciate a lot of this.
So you have to do some training, or do you feel good you could go now?
No, I need training. But I do. I do
of
before
course. Of course, yeah.
some ultra trail. I think that in 4 months I'll be pretty ready for do it.
Good. Now let's. We had Jean Le Cam finishing last night. His press conference was really interesting, insightful, and this was the start of it when he was talking about how he felt whether the race was harder than his capsize, and this was Jean Le Cam.
Ce que tu as vécu là sur Vendée, c'est plus dur que ce que tu as vécu lors de ton chavirage?
Ah oui. Ah bah oui, parce que le chavirage, si tu veux, c'est un truc en fait. Tu es sur un bateau, il chavire, 19 heures après, il y a Vincent qui vient te chercher. Ce n'est que 19 heures. Ce n'est pas un mois et demi. Tous les jours, chaque heure, chaque vague. Bah, c'est-à-dire que quand j'ai débarqué Kevin sur le Nevos, j'étais dans le front chaud. Et puis le lendemain, je vais voir à l'avant, le bateau était délaminé. Donc quand tu as la coque, si tu veux, qui bouge de 5 cm comme ça et que tu as la mousse qui craque, tu te dis putain, ça va péter d'un moment à l'autre. Si ça pète, tu coules. Et là où on était, si tu veux, il fallait que je trouve une solution. Donc j'ai réparé une première fois avec des cloisons, j'ai découpé les ballaches avec du carbone jusqu'au cou. Pas assez de résine évidemment. Au final, il me reste un demi-tube de Sika, même pas. Donc ça veut dire que ça l'a fait quand même. Et après ça a repété quand on a eu... on est monté nord à un moment avec beaucoup de mer. Ceux qui ont vécu ça, ils doivent s'en rappeler. Là, ça a repété. Donc, arrêt deuxième fois, réparation, temps de séchage. Et là, c'est chaque jour, tu te dis, il ne faut pas que ça tape. Chaque heure, tu te dis, je voulais plus aller devant. Et avant-hier, j'ai dit, je me remets plus les pieds devant, je peux plus. Et parce que tu ouvres tu ouvres la trappe, tu regardes avec ta pile, putain, ça a tenu, et tout ça tous les jours. Chaque vague, tu te dis, putain. Donc dès que ça tape un peu trop, tu dis, moi, de toute façon, j'utilisais plus les ballasts. Déjà, j'avais découpé le ballast milieu, donc je ne risquais pas de l'utiliser. Il fallait mieux pas que j'ouvre la vanne, parce que sinon je coulais. Mais le ballast arrière, je l'utilisais plus pour que ça tape pas. J'avais chargé l'avant, j'avais mis tous les voiles à l'avant pour que le bateau tape moins. Et voilà. Et me voilà là, et je suis arrivé. Et Hubert m'a ramené. Et moi, je l'ai aidé à me ramener.
So Jean Le Cam there saying that Hubert is his Mocha is named after Hubert de Joyeux, who founded the yard where he built the boat, and Hubert brought him home and looked after him. So that was Jean Le Cam last night. So Christian Demard, what's the weather situation then? Because we're looking for Maxime Sorel coming in, and the situation with Armel Tripon, complicated for Armel, isn't it?
Yeah, so Maxime Sorel is the next boat to arrive in Les Sables d'Olonne. We have a big low pressure here moving east, and so we have Maxime who's here, and so this low pressure is going to move behind him. So he has to be in Les Sables if he doesn't want to get too much wind and too big waves. He has to be in Les Sables tomorrow by 8 a.m. so he can get in the harbor. If we look at what it's going to be tomorrow, so we have Maxime here coming in Les Sables, this high pressure coming, and we have waves up to 10 meters in Biscay Bay and around 6 or 7 meters close to Les Sables. And then this is going to move east in the afternoon. The second boat, so Armel Tripon decided to wait here along Portugal, so he's going to wait for this low pressure to move east, and then he'll come in the sub behind this low pressure. Behind for the second group, so we have the group of Piper here, and so they just crossed the doldrums, and now they should be in the trade winds, and so it's going to be very bumpy upwind for the next few days. Here we have the group with Miranda Miron, Clément Giraud, and Manu Cousin, sailing in the trade winds in the Southern Atlantic, and Alexia Barrier and Ari Ussela should be in light wind for the coming 2 days probably.
So it's going to be pretty tough over the weekend here in Les Sables d'Olonne. Christian, thank you so much. Let's go to Dee Cafari. Dee, connect with Giancarlo. Do you have a question for Giancarlo?
Oh, huge congratulations. And I want to say thank you. Thank you for describing what was a beautiful race that you did and making the race more appealing internationally. It's sailors like yourself and Boris speaking multiple languages and communicating so well that has really helped grow this race. But I just loved watching you. I loved your food. I definitely want to come for dinner with you. And I loved your reference to music as well. It made it quite a romantic feel of how you connect with your boat and your ocean. You talked about being in rhythm. So I just wondered what was your favorite music as you were around the world, or did you change depending on the weather conditions?
So thank you very much, Dee. It's funny to hear this, and no problems. You are welcome. And I can share with you all my special dishes like this. If you like to make another round world, you have all my secrets. Italian secrets change your life, I promise. Because finally, I receive a lot of questions about what you miss about food. And I say, anything, guys, I have everything. So I appreciate a lot the organization. Take me sometimes, but finally I was really, really happy, and so was a good time that I spent.
What do you think of that then, Dee? There's an offer for you.
Oh, that's magic. I've heard that Italian can change your life, and Italian food is definitely my way forwards if I'm going round again.
You're welcome, Dee. When you like, I can share with you all my secrets.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you, Giancarlo.
I think you should get one now, Dee. One secret from Giancarlo.
Yeah, okay, your favorite dish that you did.
I have one special pasta that names is orecchiette. Is a circle with a little part make like this, and then you put one vegetable that grow just in the south of Italy. You didn't found it in the middle, just in the south. And the name is Cime di Rape, and is special dishes.
Bellissimo.
If one day, for example, I was not happy about my strategical choice or my speed, I said, okay, this is the time of special dishes, and the smile come back again, and you find your way.
Well, there you go.
Perfect. So the secret to a good strategy, finishing in the top 10, doing a wonderful race, keeping yourself and your boat in one piece, is Giancarlo's special recipe.
There we
Exactly,
go.
Dee, you said it.
There we go. Anyway, that's a D for 1 minute. We're just going to have a quick look. We had spoke with Miranda Merrin this morning. We connected her with Ian Walker, the round the world, the Volvo Round the World race winner. They're both at university together, and this was Dee and Ian's exchange, talking about dinghy sailing in the old days.
I was telling Andy the story of when we used to train at Grafham, and when we were practicing jibing in strong winds, and we used to do follow my leader at the top of the lake in as much wind, and we used to see who would capsize last going down the lake. And I said that must have been quite good Southern Ocean training for you.
Yeah, it was. It was, absolutely. Well, it's all good training. All good training for all sorts of reasons and throughout my life.
I think the exercise is called Jive Till You Die, if I remember rightly.
Yeah. Yes. And yeah. Anyway, three very happy years of very good racing at that, and very good grounding.
Who would have thought?
Because again, I had a short career in advertising, but the bulk of it has been spent sailing.
Yeah. Well, who would have thought we'd both end up sailing around the world when we were at university together?
Oh no, well, certainly not me. I thought I might go and work in the charter business.
Well, there we go. Miranda Merrin connecting with Ian Walker, friends at university, both raced around the world, and Miranda Merrin will finish, I think, probably in about 10, 12 days, something like that, maybe a little bit more, but in the trade winds off the Brazilian coast at the moment on board Compagnie de France. Thank you so much to my guests today, to Dee Caffari in England. Dee, will maybe see you on Sunday. Hopefully we've got 2 more shows left, so it'd be rude to miss you before the finish. To Giancarlo Padotti, thank you so much for not just joining us today, but your race. It was a real pleasure to connect with you as often as we did. And Christian, thank you so much. We'll see you again before the end of the race.
Thank you very much.
So that's all we have today for you on our Vendée Globe Live show in English. We are indeed doing 2 more shows, weather permitting, tomorrow and Sunday. Tomorrow we've got Boris Herrmann and some of his crew, and Lily, his little dog's going to come and join us. So any questions for Boris and his team, put them on Facebook, Twitter, on Instagram, and we'll see you tomorrow.